is the Magnate.
Hello, you're welcome to this week's edition of the Magnates. You know by now the Magnates is a program that parades professionals from diverse fields. And today is not an exception. We have somebody whose cap, apparently is even wearing a cap, whose cap seems so loaded that you can hardly find any space to add another feather. What are these feathers? You get to know? Yes, today we are going to be throwing our searchlights on the property sector. Real estate. Do you own a home? You want to know how you can own a home. If you are interested, there's only one way to find out. Let's give you the background reports and the citation of our magnate for the week. When we come back, there's somebody that we describe as interviewer's delights. We'll be back shortly.
Otumba Saheed Adeyemi Lawal, FCA, is the founder CEO of Seagull Property Development Company Limited, a real estate firm. With a rich 18-year career in commercial banking, Otumba Yemi Saheed Lawal has honed his skills in audit, treasury, branch management, regional management, and corporate banking, with a particular focus on corporate and project finance. His departure from banking industry in 2005 marked the establishment of SPDC Investment and Capital Limited, a testament to his entrepreneurial spirit and financial expertise. His academic journey includes a BSc in Economics from Delta State University, an MBA from the University of Lagos. He is a distinguished fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICAN, and the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN. Otumba Lawal's leadership extends to his roles as the chairman of Seagull Oil Limited, SPDC Investment and Capital Management Company Limited, SPDC Facility Management Limited. He is also a partner at Yemi Saheed Lawal & Co., a firm of chartered tax practitioners. Otumba Lawal's commitment to learning is evident in his pursuit of education in Nigeria and abroad. He has attended courses in oil and gas, banking and finance, and general management. His quest for excellence led him to the Real Estate and Capital Market Program at Kennedy School of Architecture, Harvard University, USA, and the General Management Program at the Harvard Business School, Boston, USA. He is an alumnus of the prestigious Lagos Business School and the Harvard Business School. Currently, he is furthering his education by studying law at the University of London. Not only is Otumba Lawal a motivational speaker, but he is also a dedicated philanthropist. His philanthropic endeavors have been recognized nationwide with over 20 chieftaincy titles, including the prestigious Orchido of Imunike Udi, the peacemaker in Enugu State. For his humanitarian contribution to Egbaland, Otumba Yemi is a double chief in Gbagura Abeokuta and Ikperua Kesan land, the Elaregun of Ika Gbagura and the Oganla of Gbagura land in Abeokuta. He also holds the title of an Egba High Chief, the Abese of Egbaland, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Previously held by the former interim president of Nigeria, Chief Ernest Shoneko. He is also a member of Eco Club and Ikoyi Club. More than just a professional, Otumba Yemi Saheed Lawal is a devoted Muslim, holding the esteemed title of Imole Adini of Lagos State. His personal life, which is equally fulfilling, is a testament to his commitment to family and faith. He is happily married to Erelu Ayotunde Lawal, and they are blessed with lovely children.
Welcome back. I'm sure you have seen the very intimidating profile and citation of our magnate for the week. It's a great pleasure to welcome Otumba Yemi Lawal to the Magnate. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
He is the managing director of Seagull Property Development Company Limited. You are welcome to the Magnate.
Thank you very much.
First of all, what was the attraction to property? Is it just to, we hear that people in the property or real estate just to make plenty money. Was it the money, or you found something very interesting in that space that you thought maybe there's a need, you want to fill the gap or something? Share with us.
Well, thank you very much. I didn't just go into real estate. I would say that I was born into it, apart from having a passion for it. My father is late now, was Western Regional Manager for Costain. He was in Costain for over 30 years.
Wow.
I was born while he was in Costain, and while because of my rascality when I was young, he always take me around. I work under him as a bricklayer. I never liked it, but now I enjoyed every bit of it because of the passion that I have. And it's not really about money, because there are some other things you can do that you make money. But the key thing is, whatever you want to do, you must develop passion in it before looking at money will naturally come.
Profit will come.
But if your objective is to make money, it will not last long in it. And real estate is just part of it. So I love it.
Interesting. So it's more or less like innate. Okay, let's look at housing generally in a generic form. Do you think Nigerians, or the slogan housing for all, it used to be
by year 2020, by 2020, later by 2000, later by 2020, yes.
Okay. Do you think that slogan is really apt? Are Nigerians or the country making effort for there to be housing for all in the nearest future?
Yes, let me put it this way. The government is trying, but they are not doing enough. Because why am I saying that? We still have a short gap of about 30 million. We don't have enough housing in Nigeria. And I think the key thing there, the limitation, is funding. The mortgage system that we have is not efficient. And we need a strong legal backing for it to work as it is done in abroad. And besides that, documentation is another key thing. You understand? I want to appreciate and really commend Lagos State for what they are doing. In that area, Lagos is also doing a lot of things, like introducing a system whereby on your computer at home, you can access your documents through in their registry office and all that. They're also trying in provision of real estate, but that's also not enough. That's where we come in to fill the gap. So we don't have enough, although government is talking about housing policy and all that, but implementation of it is a major factor. So a lot of people are still out there, and they don't have the property.
Some people will say build and sell. Some will even say developers, but some will say real estate, which means probably you have the financial muscle to build and then sell. What is the difference between those in the real estate business and developers? Are you a developer?
I'm not a developer.
Okay.
I'm an investor.
Okay.
What do I mean by that? I buy land. I get good contractors, and they develop it. I get my approval. I go through all the normal processes, government approvals and all that for the contractor, and build to sell. I'm a businessman. A developer will buy or develop for people, develop it, manage it for a while, and return it to the owners. I don't have the patience to do that. I want to do more. You understand? And that limits your ability to do more. You understand? And I also think I want to spread my tentacles around. Like in Oniru now, there's no street in Oniru that we don't have a property. You understand? Build, sold, and manage. I understand all the intricacies, all the problems in the real estate, and I employ professionals to do. We have structural engineers, we have consultants, we have a mechanical, electrical consultant that check on whatever they do. And Lagos is also doing something. There's what they call stage certification. At every point of your development, you have to call in the LASPA, Lagos State Building Authority, who monitor the way buildings are progressing. Exactly. So they come, they check. Without them, you can't do progress. You can't progress. And they also work hand in that with our own structural consultant.
Okay, interesting. We'll be looking at the viability of some of our properties later on. But can the poor or those in the middle class, how do they, fit in? Some people say that it is only the rich that can own a home. That's the point. Is it true?
Well, that's a strong question, but it is not true. The determinant of the cost of a property is a land. For instance, now, if you want to buy a property in Ikoyi, a land in Ikoyi, undeveloped land in Ikoyi, a square meter is about between 2 million to 2.5 million. So meaning if I'm buying a 1,000 square meter today in Ikoyi, I need about 2.5 billion. The same 1,000 square meter around Ekpe, I'll get around 5. That will, the same 1,000 will cost me about 5 million in Ekpe. Another 5 million in Abeokuta. For instance, we just saw an opportunity in Abeokuta now, and we are developing about 100 estates that will be for the low, because it's like there's a lot of companies coming up around that axis because of the new train, and the good roads that Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has done. And we are trying to also, apart from what we are doing, also try to partner with them to provide housing, low-income housing estates. Like, for instance, in Ikperu now, they are selling 2-bedroom for around 9 million.
Wow.
You understand? 9 million, 15 million, you get a good house because the cost of land is very cheap.
Cheap there.
But if you come here to Lagos, because everybody wants to own
must
a
we
house.
live in Lagos? Must we own houses in Lagos? That's exactly where you are.
Yes, you see, if you look at Maslow hierarchy of needs, you understand? As you achieve one objective, you have to also achieve the other. It's like you find that most people that are buying in Ikoyi or Victoria Island, they are not first-timer.
Okay.
It's like you don't have to jump the gun. You can go to Ekpe because land around here is too expensive. If I have a building in Ekpe, cost of construction is the same. But I won't sell at the same price as I'm selling in Oniru.
Okay, some people are of the opinion that this reclamation, that I said this is garbage. Those days, while in service, you see a lot of, water overrunning the bank and all of that, but it's a different story now. Aren't we scared that this water, maybe this is a myth or misconception, we riot one day and the people there, the way it used to be? What has technology done to forestall this kind of,
people just
anxiety?
carry wrong information.
Okay.
We need to go back to the history.
Okay.
Where Eco Atlantic is now, that was where the Babish ended before. That was about 100 years ago. Water development and all that, the water was moving, got to this level. That was why we're having the water overflowing. Now, the Lagos State government then, under the current President Tinubu, tried to control the water. And I think because of his smartness, he was able to say that, we can also develop this place. So they fill it up. And the people that are doing it for them, if you look at Netherlands, is below the water. You understand? If they could achieve that, and with the modern technology, we can't have any overflow. And that's why they are spending so much money reclaiming and all that. So it is, and I think they know what they are doing. I'm not an expert in that field, so I want to talk so much on it. But I think they are doing great job there, and I commend them.
The program is still the Magnate, and we are still chatting with Otumba Yemila Wal. And then there are so many things that has happened lately. We'll also be talking briefly about that. He's the MD of Sigul Property Development Company Limited. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. You're still on the Magnate, and we are focusing on the housing sector on this edition of the program. We have somebody, a major player in that sector, into the real estate business. In fact, like he said, he was born into it. Yeah. And we have with us Otumba Yemila Wal, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Sigul Property Development Company Limited. You are still on the Magnate. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Even though I know this is your cap, you can also see there are a lot of imaginary feathers there. I don't know if they're still there. We'll be talking about that. But You know, we talked about the quality of our buildings earlier on. How would you rate all the professionals that you happen to work with in the area of fortification and the quality of our buildings that are in existence in Nigeria today because of mishap we hear every now and then?
Yeah, let me put it this way. For you to have a quality house, you must engage professionals. We have engineers that are current certified engineers, and that's also in line with the regulation of Lagos State. And now, Lagos State is also very strict. So at every point, every stage, you must, when you are getting your approval, you must get a current certified engineer who must also support your application with their certificate and all that, and undertaking that they will be part of the team. I wasn't trained as an engineer. I'm a chartered accountant, I'm an economist. So we engage professional engineers as at the design and also implementation. And at every stage, they're also part of our development. And not only that, at every stage of certification by Lagos State, they must also be involved. So if you do the right thing and you follow the rules, I don't see why you should have any problem.
You know, earlier on we talked about houses being meant for the rich person. Do you think Nigeria, because of the ownership of homes, is a capitalist country? Is it tilting towards that?
I mean, if you look at the way we run, Nigeria is a capitalist country.
Is that positive or complementary?
It's complementary.
Oh,
it's complementary.
Really?
Yes, there's no way you say you are a rich man, you don't have a house. And there's no way a rich man will not have, because that's the real assets. Don't forget I'm an accountant. There's no rich man or wealthy man in the world today that does not have a property or invest in property. That is why it's something that you can see. That is why it's real.
How should the poor, the middle class, make effort to have a roof over their head?
There are classes of development.
Yes, exactly. That's why I want you to.
And that's why you must live within your means. There are ones for middle level. There are one for the upper class. And it's like that everywhere. You understand? And everything depends on location. I just mentioned something that there's no way I'll buy a property, 1,000 square meter land in Bodilon, for instance, for 2.5 billion and sell it at the same price I will sell the one I bought at Isheri for around 20 million naira. You understand? And if you have a good mortgage system in Nigeria, whereby the poor people can have access to low cost, because there's no way everywhere in the world governments subsidize. You understand? So government must come in and subsidize real estate.
Exactly.
You understand? I mean, you must come in and subsidize real estate so that the masses can have a roof over their head. And again, you don't leave everything for the
government.
No, you don't leave everything, even for
the people.
The developer, you understand? So that's why government must come in, support the developer, and also support the masses. The federal government is trying to do that, but you still need the private sector to come in, because you cannot really provide. A major problem we have, why government will always fail, is the planning is always wrong, in the sense that, yes, you can provide housing, but what about the maintenance? Look at what is happening in Festac. Look at all the buildings Jakonde did. Where are they today?
That's where I'm going to.
They are mass.
Even then, it provided a roof for a lot of people.
They did, but they are not maintaining it.
That's another question.
You understand? Their maintenance, facility management is very key. And that's an area that is very, very problematic in Nigeria. My apartment in London, for instance, and that's why I said the legal system must also be redefined, support if government is serious about it. If I owe my service charge, or I don't pay my bill, or I don't pay my tax, you understand, my property tax on time, just default in 1 week, you get all kind of
memos,
threatening letters, to charge you to court, to take you to court. You understand? I can't owe my service charge. I cannot even park in the wrong area without my tag. That place is my car park area, but you must put your tag there
Nigerians
for you
are
to
very
know the
smart.
level of control.
True.
We can still provide for low income.
That is exactly where I
Are you
want
getting
us
it?
to.
So government can come in now, maybe give us some land, which Lagos State is doing, but some people will take the land and also convert them, which is not fair. But they must also ensure that once you do that, you ensure that people that you have given land to build it over a period
of time.
You understand? So because if the land is available, then the
Housing.
the price will come down. And again, if you provide that also provides source of funding for them. Because how many of our people now can save, even to feed? A lot of them are even defaulting in paying their house rent.
Correct.
But if the funding is available and a good mortgage system, and you also ensure that you make it possible, also create a system that people can easily have access to documents, they can sell. You make it possible that acquisition of property
It's simple.
is simple. Definitely people will be able to buy, also trade in it.
Interesting. Now let's look at or zero in. That's how I want to round off your humanitarian Otumba Yemi Lawal.
You are not wedding if the people around you are suffering. And everything we have around us is just vanity. I can't imagine somebody around me suffering. You understand? So God has not blessed you for yourself alone. God has blessed you for you to help others.
In fact.
But again, let me also add, in also helping people, you also have to be careful.
The icing on the cake, at least as we have it now, I don't know about any other time, is the one you recently got.
You are referring to Abese title. Abese of Egbaland was conferred on me by His Royal Majesty, Imperial Majesty, Oba, the Alaki of Egbaland, the Gbadebo. Well, it was the former title holder was the former president, Ernest Shoneko. It's a traditional title and a very high-ranking title in Egbaland. I was the, or I will still put it, I'm the Osioba of, it's more or less for me a promotion. You get what I'm happy about that, and it's also recognition of what we have done and our plan to also see to the development. I'm from Abeokuta, from Ika under Bagura, where I'm also the Oganla of Bagura land.
Any final words, any counsel you will to talk about a little about this brain drain? Sometimes it can also be brain gain. You understand? That's a counsel for the young ones.
Well,
if you
for
can make it here, they can also make
no,
it
let me
here.
be honest with you. Whether here in abroad is not easy. One just need to be focused. But a lot of them get it wrong or misadvise. I also cannot blame them. You understand? If I also can't blame them if they can't get a job here. But I must say that even if you go there for a while, because no matter what you are, there's a level you can get to. All the people that we hear, how many people are in abroad? How many of them can we hear that they are doing well? Nigeria still has a lot of opportunities. For me, far, far better. I cannot, inshallah by the grace of God, I cannot stay outside the country. And I'll never, all my children schooling abroad, and I never encourage them to stay.
Stay back.
Because this is where the thing is. You understand? And again, I'm proud to be in Nigeria. I'm going to be in Nigeria, and I will encourage all the youths. I will encourage the youths. Just remain focused. Have an interest in one thing.
Gain it and come and
Gain it, go gain it,
Gain it
bring their
and bring
money,
it
come
back.
and invest it here. What I say to people is steal the idea. Look at the things that we lack here. A lot of our guys are also doing well here, especially on IT.
IT, yeah.
A lot of all these guys, they work from home and they are doing fantastically. They are doing well. So you too, as a young man, can also do that. Just remain focused. Don't be too ambitious. Don't let your priority be make money now. You must take your time. You must work for it. Focus, persistency is the key.
Keyword.
And don't be too ambitious that because somebody has made it to want to jump the gun. When you jump the gun, you jump into hell.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Tumba Piemilawa, thank you so much for the program.
You're welcome.
Finally, we have done it.
Okay.
That has been the program today. The Magnate it has been. I'm sure you have taken tips from our Magnate of the Week. Remember, you can follow us on our various social media handles. And of course, remember that this program is still open for sponsorship and partnership. If you enjoyed what we did today, we'll make it a date with us same time next week, when we shall bring another Magnate, another veteran, another professional that will mentor you on television. Until then, bye for now.